Hey guys, today we're gonna talk about that dude on that rock over there. Let's get closer to the lobster.
Alright, no need to go that deep.
Perfect. This is way better.
This is the American lobster.
Its scientific name is Humerus americanus.
This large creature is a true king of the crustaceans.
It typically makes its home on the rocky and sandy ocean bottoms of the North Atlantic. You can find it inhabiting the coastal waters from Labrador in Canada
down to North Carolina in the United States. The American lobster is an opportunistic omnivore and scavenger. Its diet mainly consists of other bottom-dwelling animals.
It primarily feeds on clams, mussels, sea worms, sea urchins, and small fish. It often uses its massive claws to crush and tear apart its prey. So, I can't really show you what happens next to this little guy. But anyway, on to our next topic, the lobster.
Now, for a couple of fascinating facts about this deep-sea denizen. First, the American lobster is considered biologically immortal. It doesn't weaken or show signs of aging in the traditional sense.
This is because it produces an enzyme that constantly repairs its DNA.
Theoretically, if it avoids disease and predators, it could live forever. In fact, the American lobster is known to be extremely long-lived. It can reach an estimated age of over 100 years in the wild. And here's another surprising detail. Its usual color is a mottled brown, green, or dark reddish brown.
The familiar bright red color only appears when the lobster is cooked. However, due to rare genetic mutations, some lobsters can be found in incredible colors like bright blue, yellow, or even calico.
The chance of finding a blue lobster is estimated to be about 1 in every 2 million.
The reproductive cycle of the American lobster is remarkably long,
often taking 2 full years for a female to complete.
Mating usually occurs during the warm summer months, but there is a crucial preparation phase. A female will only mate immediately after she has performed a molt. This process leaves her shell soft and flexible, making her vulnerable. She seeks shelter in a burrow often guarded by a male. The male transfers his sperm in a gelatinous packet, called a spermatophore, which the female stores in a special internal receptacle. She can hold this sperm for up to a year. The female only chooses to fertilize and lay her eggs in the summer following the mating. Often a full year later, she can lay anywhere from 3,000 to over 75,000 eggs, depending on her size. She then uses a specialized glue to attach these eggs, which look like tiny dark green grapes, to the small swimming appendages, or swimmerids, on the underside of her tail. She carries these eggs externally, constantly fanning them with her swimmerids to ensure oxygen flow. This incubation period lasts for another 9 to 12 months, until the next late spring or summer.
For this entire duration, the female is known as a berry lobster.
When the eggs finally hatch, they are released as tiny larvae and begin their dangerous planktonic phase. These microscopic larvae drift near the ocean surface,
exposed to strong currents and countless predators.
They go through 4 rapid molts over a period of about 2 to 4 weeks. Each molt brings them closer to the shape of a miniature lobster. Survival rates at this stage are incredibly low, with as few as 2 lobsters surviving to adulthood for every 50,000 eggs laid. After the 4th larval molt,
the tiny post-larva,
which now resembles a proper lobster, sinks down to the ocean floor. This is the stage of benthic settlement, where the real challenge of growth begins. The juvenile lobster is extremely vulnerable and instinctively seeks out a safe and secretive life.
It spends its first years hidden in rocky crevices,
burrows, or under eelgrass beds, rarely venturing out. Growth for any crustacean is governed by molting, a process that is essential but risky. Since the lobster's hard exoskeleton does not expand, it must be shed entirely to allow the animal to grow larger.
A new,
soft, flexible shell is grown underneath the old one, which is split,
allowing the lobster to walk out of its former body.
Young lobsters molt frequently, sometimes more than 20 times in their first 5 to 7 years. Each time, they emerge soft-shelled and defenseless,
taking days or weeks for the new shell to fully harden. During this time,
they absorb water to rapidly inflate their bodies, filling out the space of the new shell, and later, they voraciously eat to pack muscle into the new space.
Often,
they will even consume their own shed shell to reclaim the vital calcium.
It takes the American lobster an average of 5 to 8 years to reach sexual maturity,
and the minimum legal harvest size of about 1 pound. Once maturity is reached, the life of the American lobster slows down considerably. Molting frequency decreases sharply. Mature males may molt once a year, but large females will only molt once every 2 or 3 years. devoting more energy to the reproductive cycle.
The large claws of the adult become asymmetrical.
One claw develops into a large crusher,
Capable of cracking the shells of clams and mussels. The other is a sharper pincer or cutter.
And so, we reach the end of our underwater journey with the American lobster. If you enjoyed this biological exploration, don't forget to leave a like,
And to subscribe to the channel.
and most importantly, comment below which animal should be next to embark on our scientific journey.